Hey preppers, Rich with Prep U here on YouTube. Hey, it's Thursday, so it must be time for range tip of the week. And this one is definitely a tip that I see a need for working the range 3 to 4 days a week, being in there as RSO. And I've got a little list. You know, we all know what we're supposed to take to the range, obviously, to have a good time and shoot and everything, but there are always lots of extras that you need to take with. And I know you don't want to be, burdened down with a bunch of stuff because you've got your firearms and you've got your ammo and your hearing protection and your eyewear, and stuff like that. But I just got a small little list here I want to go over real quick. But by no means this list the end all be all of lists. Some of the stuff you might say, Rich, I don't need that. And some of you might say, oh, but what about? The what about is up to you. Rich, I don't need that is also up to you. This is just what I take with me, to the range and everything and make sure that I've got it. So let's go over this list. I don't want to make this video really long. All right, extras. Batteries. Extra batteries. Not only for your red dot or your hearing protection, but I always carry flashlights with me wherever I go. It's just something I do. Have extra batteries for that. But really, for your red dot and for your hearing protection, always have extra batteries. I keep 2 sets because obviously my hearing protection's on all the time when I'm at the range, and I'm there for anywhere from 3 to 4 hours a day, 3 to 4 days a week. So I go through a lot of batteries, and no, I know I should get rechargeables, but I don't. It's just the way it is. So a cleaning rod. Rich, a cleaning rod? How many times have you had to talk to the RSO or your buddies that say, hey, I got a round stuck in my chamber. I can't get it out. How do I get it out? If your buddies are smart, they'd say, bring a damn cleaning rod with you next time. The length of the firearm you're using, be it a rifle, be it a pistol, you want to be able to get it in there and get one small enough. I know this sounds crazy, but for a 22 so it fits all your firearms, okay? And get it in rifle length so you can use it like that. And along with that, a little oil and some cleaning pads or cleaning rags is a good idea. Because let's face it, there's a lot of times we all do forget to clean our firearms, and a lot of people are having a hard time getting good ammo today. It's pretty dirty. You might want to clean it out, especially if your rounds are getting stuck. Your brass is getting stuck inside of the chamber, and you might want to drop a couple little things of oil in that. With that in mind, real quick, hey, if you don't own a snake, a cleaning snake, get one. Because remember, inside that barrel area, the brass over time will just accumulate in there, and then again, your extractor will have a hard time pulling the case out. Tools. You want to make sure that you have the tools that fit your firearm, your red dot, and your scope. Okay, and that includes screwdrivers and Allen keys and whatever it takes, to tighten, fit, change out, whatever, adjust the scope. You want to make sure that you have those tools with you. I'm always being asked for, hey, you got a real small screwdriver? Hey, you got any Allen keys? Hey, have those with you. You got them at home, or go out and buy some. Go to the hardware store and buy a decent set. Manuals. I always suggest people, of course, you can go to YouTube, obviously, and you look at the manuals on that, and if you have a question about your firearm, you can always do that. But I always suggest that you bring all the manuals for your firearms, your scopes, your red dot, whatever, because you may have a question, especially when you're setting stuff up. You need to have those manuals with you because that's what's going to explain to it. Again, you can go to YouTube or the internet to figure that out. I always suggest extra glasses, extra muffs, and plugs. I don't like the hearing protection that I have if I lose battery. Okay, well, but I've got batteries. Well, what if I forgot to put batteries in there? I have an extra set of muffs. Those are also electronic, so I have to have batteries for that. Glasses. I always like to have a couple pair of glasses with me too, because what if I put them down for a moment, they drop off and I step on them? Now what are you going to do? You don't have any glasses, so you need some extra glasses. And plugs. Well, Rich, you've got muffs. What do you need plugs for? How many times have you been to the range and the guy next to you is shooting a 308 and it's just so loud and you're just getting a headache? You can step out, put a set of plugs in, put your muffs over the top of it, peaceful shooting on your end. You don't have to worry about the guy with the cannon next to you or the shotgun next to you, all right? You know, that just makes a lot of sense. Hand cleaner or wipes, we all want to make sure that, especially if a place where if there isn't like a washroom where you can wash your hands, you want to get the lead and stuff like that off your hands. You don't want to walk around with that. Definitely don't want to eat with that. I always carry Band-Aids and antiseptic with me. I keep them in my range bag and my work bag too, because a lot of times the range runs out for the people that like to cross their thumbs and get their hands cut. Always keep Band-Aids and antiseptic. I also carry over-the-counter pain meds. Don't need many, just a few. Your favorite to keep in there, because there's been many times at the range that I've gotten a headache for one reason or another. Take a couple of those, and in half hour or whatever, your headache's gone, even with all the loud noises in the range. Nice to have that stuff available to you. Also, if you haven't purchased one, I would suggest a mag loader. Make sure your mag loader's in the bag that you're taking. A lot of times it's in the wrong bag, especially with switching of the firearms that you take to the range. Always make sure your mag loader's in there. Water. Now this is going to be a little, some range guys are going to go, no, you can't have water in the range. A lot of people ask me why. Why water? Because you can understand Gatorade or coffee or tea or pop or stuff like that, because it's just sticky and gets all over the place. But water's the same problem. We really don't have the means to clean that water up or pick that water up, and you don't want it all over your firearm. You don't want to traipse it through because it's a slipping hazard. So we just say no water, no drinks, no food in the range. It has nothing to do with your hands or anything. It's the spilling aspect of it. That's why we suggest you find out from the range if you can have water in the range with you. Obviously, if you're going outdoors, it's not a big deal. But indoor ranges, a lot of places will not let you have food or drink in there. That's why I suggest hydrate before and after. Get, and not coffee and not pop or stuff like that, but water. Maybe something with electrolytes in there if you want to too. So hydrate before and after the range if you can't have water in the range. A couple other ideas to save you some time. Load your magazines at home. Especially if you have a bunch of magazines. I have guys that come in and they've got like 10 magazines and they're all loaded, they're all set to go, and that's all they're going to shoot. Just those 10 mags and they're gone. So they save some time. They're not loading there, they're not dropping bullets, although please drop the bullets, because then I pick them up and I get free ammo that way. But that's just the way it is. And here's a major suggestion, and this has been a suggestion for the last few months: bring your own ammo. All right, why? Every day in the range, I look out, I see people coming in, and I go, well, where'd they go? They walked up to the range counter, and I'm walking back to see what everybody else is doing. I come back again, and I see them walking out the door. The reason they're walking out the door is there's no ammo. There's no 9mm. There's no 45. There's no 380, okay? There's no, 5.56. And they didn't bring any with them because maybe they don't have any, or maybe they're trying to save what they have at home. If you have ammo, bring it with. If you can still buy it, buy it. Quick anecdotal evidence of ammo prices. Stuff that used to sell 50 rounds of 9mm that used to sell for $9.99 is now like $34.99. The cheapest ammo I've seen is .308. Where I work, we still sell 20 rounds of .308 for $13.99. Come in and buy as much as you want, please. It's excellent. And real quick training tips. You're going to the range to have fun, but please, do some training along with that. Train for real life situations, and I'm talking about do it right-handed, do it left-handed, do it one-handed, do it two-handed, both eyes open. No, don't do both eyes shut. That's kind of silly, and it's going to get you in trouble, probably get you kicked out. But incorporate all that fun stuff, and you'll have a good time. But that was a little list of the stuff that a lot of people that I find forget to put in their range bag. Batteries, the number one. Batteries and a cleaning rod. Probably 1 and 2, the top of the list that they asked if we have any or if I can borrow. So that's it. That's your range tip of the week for this Thursday. I was going to say last Thursday in April, but it isn't. There's one more after this. So again, thank you, subscribers. Thank you, appreciate it. Pass this along to all your shooter friends and have them subscribe. And if your spouse, your kids aren't subscribers, have them subscribe. You know, it makes my numbers look different. And please comment. I don't even care if it's like a silly comment. Makes my analytics look good. So again, thank you. And like we always say when we end, please always be aware of your surroundings. Always have enough food to shelter in place or bug out. And please prep like your life depends on it, because it really does. Thanks a lot. Bye. See you next time.